Hi everyone, welcome to HIIT. My name is Julia and I'll be teaching your class today, no matter where you are, signing in from home or wherever that may be. Welcome. HIIT stands for High Intensity Interval Training, and this is going to be about a 45-minute class, so take it at your own pace, do whatever you can. I'm going to go ahead and start our timer. All right, we're going to start our warm-up here. So first thing I want to say is we're going to bring it to a calf stretch, so we're just going to point our toe up toward the ceiling, bend down and reach for that calf. We're going to stay here for a few seconds on each side. So how today's class is going to work is it's going to be set up in different circuits. So we have 3 circuits today. Go ahead, stand up, switch that leg. And then each circuit is going to target a different muscle group. So we'll have legs, core, and arms in each one. And we'll be doing a cardio and a strength for both. All right, go ahead, stand it up. We're going to bring it to a quad stretch. So just grabbing our laces here, touching our knees together at the bottom. And if you want to put your hand on your belly button for some extra balance, that always helps me. Staying here for a couple seconds. Go ahead, switch legs. If you need to grab onto the wall for some extra balance, I don't know how I'm doing this. Usually I'm falling over, so I'm pretty proud right now. All right, go ahead, drop that leg. We're gonna bring it up for a hamstring stretch, also known as a knee hug. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab onto your shin here and just pull your leg up toward your chest as close as you can get it, stretching it all out. Throughout class today, you can take breaks whenever you need to. I'm gonna be offering a bunch of different safety cues and modifications. Go ahead, switch legs. So definitely take those, follow the safety cues as closely as you can. Obviously, I'm not here to correct you if you're doing it wrong, so make sure that you're being accountable and just checking yourself. All right, go ahead, drop that leg. We're gonna take it to some inchworms. So just reaching straight up toward the sky, folding yourself in half, walking your hands out. And if you wanna add a push-up for some extra challenge, go ahead, make sure your elbows are in, walk those hands back in, and we're gonna do 2 more of those. Again, add that push-up if you want, but you don't need to. And 1 more. All right, next thing, we're gonna bring it in here, take it to a side touch. We're gonna start to get our heart rates up. If you wanna bring one arm across your chest here, start to stretch our arms. So how this class is gonna work, first circuit is going to be 40 seconds on for the first movement, and then you'll get a 20-second rest. Go ahead, switch arms. And then we're going to go through, there'll be 6 movements total. We'll go through all of those with 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And then we're going to switch and go through it all over again, but with 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. And we'll do 3 different circuits there. All right, go ahead, drop that arm. We're going to bring it to a march. Start to get that heart rate up. If you can, bring it up for a tricep stretch here. Not pulling on our joints and just reaching down in between our shoulder blades with our other hand. Go ahead, switch arms. Keep breathing. We want to make sure we're breathing throughout class today. You never want to be holding your breath. All right, go ahead, drop those arms. We're going to switch it to some glute kickers here. Nice and light on our toes. Almost like a small jog. You guys will see throughout class, I'll be taking the modifications, I'll be taking breaks, so feel free to do that as well. Grab water whenever you need to. Keeping it here for a few more seconds. And then we're gonna lastly here, bring it to some high knees, nice and quick. Making sure we're breathing. And that 45 minutes will include our warm-up and our cool-down. All right, last thing, we're gonna take it to some jumping jacks. Getting our heart rates up. If you wanna take it to some step outs here. All right, 10 more seconds. In 4, 3, 2, Go ahead, take it back to our side touch. Grab some water, we're gonna get started in a few seconds here. Catch your breath. All right. So, I have here on the side a set of 3-pound weights. If you're at home and you don't have weights, that's perfectly fine. You can do this whole workout without them. Or you can use like soup cans, anything like that. That will work. But I probably will only use them for about one workout and you really don't need them. So no stress about that. All right, when you guys are ready, we're gonna get ready to get into our leg circuit. So the first circuit will have legs, core, and arms, and then the same thing for the next two. All right. Getting started, we're gonna start with some high knees, and then for our strength, we're gonna take it to some lunges. So just bending down either backward or forward, whatever you wanna do here, just make sure you're keeping it consistent. We're gonna work one side on the first circuit, the other side on the next. All right, get ready with me guys in 4, 3, 2, starting those high knees. 40 seconds. Nice and slow and controlled here, we're all breathing. If you guys don't like this and you want to take it to a march, go ahead. Totally fine here. You will still be getting a great workout. Make sure we're breathing. Chests are up. We're not slouching over, keeping our form. We got 5 more seconds, keep it up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20-second rest. Take it back to our side touch here. If you need to grab some water, go ahead. Remember, we're taking it back for our lunges, working one side. I think I'm gonna be going with my left leg here. All right, 5 seconds. Meet me in our lunges in 4, 3, 2, get started. Nice and slow, deep lunge here, keeping our right angles. I'm just stepping forward. If you lose your balance, that's all right. Keeping our chest up. We have nice right angles in both legs. Our knee is just hovering over the floor, halfway through. You guys got it. Make sure we're breathing. Squeezing those muscles. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 20-second rest. Awesome job. Back to that side touch. All right, the second set we're gonna do, we'll hit the other side. That'll be in our next circuit, so don't worry about that. Next thing, we're gonna take it down on the core, on the floor for our core. Wow, didn't even mean to rhyme. And then we're gonna do some in and outs here. So just extending out and crunching in. All right, go ahead, get started. 40 seconds. You guys have the option here to put your hands behind you and just move that lower body, or you can put your feet on the floor and just move your upper body, whatever works for you, or you can keep it all lifted and just extend out, crunch in. We're breathing on the effort. Halfway through, you got it. Keep it up. Take breaks if you need them, grab water when you need it. All right, 5 more seconds, keep it up. 4, 3, 2, 20-second rest, awesome job. All right, our next thing here is we have our bridges. So we're gonna be on our backs with our feet up toward our glutes, hands are on the floor. We're just gonna be pushing our hips up toward the ceiling. And if you wanna add a little bit of weight here, you can put it on your hips and push it up. Getting started. All right, get into it. Here we go. If you guys wanna add some extra challenge here, you can lift a leg and then halfway through you can switch. Keep it up. Make sure we're breathing, we're really squeezing our core and our glutes at the top. Go ahead, if you have that one leg in the air, you can switch legs right here. You guys are doing amazing. In between each circuit, we'll have a long rest. Keep it going, almost there. You got it. All right, 20-second rest. You guys are killing it, so keep it up. Next thing we're doing here is arms, so nice and slowly stand it up with me. we're gonna take it to a T raise, and we're just gonna pulse our arms here. If you have those weights, feel free to grab them, and if not, drop them. All right, in 4, 3, 2, get started. Pulse it out. Slight bend in our knees here. Our arms are at right angles. If you're working with the weights and halfway through you don't want them anymore, go ahead and toss them off to the side. Keeping our chest up, heads are high. Make sure we're breathing. And when we're pulsing here, it's just small movements. We're not coming way up and way down, just small pulses. 10 more seconds, you got it. Keep working hard. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, drop those weights. All right, 20-second rest here, and then we have one more thing in our circuit. We'll get a longer rest, and then we're gonna go through it again with 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. All right, last thing we have is a bicep curl to a shoulder press, so grab those weights if you have them, and if not, feel free to take this without any weight here. We're just gonna bend up and push over our head. Go ahead, get started with me. We wanna make sure that our elbows are tucked into our sides here, and when we push up for that shoulder press, we're keeping our elbows by our ears. So then turning our hands back in, pushing down. And if you guys just wanna keep it at a bicep curl right here, go ahead and do that. Or if you just wanna take it to a shoulder press, totally fine. For some extra challenge, you can mix them together. Make sure we're breathing on the effort here, slight bend in our knees, keeping our chest nice and straight. Elbows are in, whole time. All right, go ahead, drop those weights. Awesome job, guys. We have a 40-second rest here, and then we're gonna go through that whole circuit one more time, and for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. All right. So, go ahead, keep it to a side touch here. We wanna make sure that we're still breathing, we're keeping our heart rates up. Just gonna set our next timer up. All right. So 20 more seconds. Keeping our side touch, grab some water if you need it. You guys made it through the hardest part. We're starting now. We're in it. All right. Last 5 seconds here. We're getting back into our high knees for 20 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, here we go. We want to challenge ourselves here. This is the last time we're going to see all of these movements, so really push it. It's nice and quick. Light on our toes. Remember, you can step it out if you need to. All right, go ahead and rest 10 seconds here. You're meeting me back in our lunge. Same side as before, stepping it forward or backwards, making sure we're working the same leg. 20 seconds right here. Get into it. Remember to keep that balance. Chest is up, right angles are intact here. Nice and slow. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. 10 seconds. You're meeting me back on the floor for our in and outs here. Nice and quick. In 4, 3, 2, get started. Squeezing it in. Remember, you can put those hands behind you, work the bottom half, or feet on the ground, and just work the top half. Just making sure we're not putting our shoulder blades all the way on the floor, keeping them covered. 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 10-second rest. Awesome job, guys. We're getting back into our bridges here. So remember, we're just pushing our hips up toward the ceiling. In 4, 3, 2, get started. Really squeezing. You can have your heels about a step away from your glutes here. Whatever form feels best for you. Keeping your hands flat on the ground. Squeezing at the top, almost there. Awesome, go ahead and drop. 10-second rest again. We're moving quick. Standing it back up with me. Grab those weights if you have them. Taking it to a T pulse. Let's go right into it. This is quick, you can do it. We got 2 more movements, another minute of hard work, and then we get a long rest. Halfway through. Drop those weights if you don't like it. Making sure you have slight bend in your knees here. Chests are held high. We're not over pulsing. Go ahead, drop those weights. We got 10 seconds rest, and we're taking it back to our bicep curl to shoulder press. All right, go ahead, get started. Last thing, then we have a long rest. Nice and slow and controlled here. I have very light weights, so whatever you want to do, if you just want to do the movement, you'll still feel it. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights. Awesome job. All right, we have a 30-second rest. We're going to get into our next circuit. So we're all done with that first one. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back, you did it. We're getting into our second one. So how that is going to work is we're going to start the same setup as before. We'll do legs, core, and arms, and then we'll have that same cardio strength for each. So to start us off for our second circuit, we're going to have squat jacks. So how those are going to work, you're just going to squat nice and low here, even with those right angles, again, keeping your chest high, and you're just going to jump it in at the end. Nice and slow. And if you don't like those, you just want to take it to a squat, step it in, step it out, squat. All right, awesome. Second one here is going to be the other side of our lunge. So if you stepped forward, keeping stepping forward, and if you step back, keep up with stepping back. We're just going to switch legs. All right, how are we feeling? Hope everybody's good. Give me a virtual thumbs up. You're going to take a deep breath with me in through your nose, out through your mouth. Grab one more sip of water and get ready to meet me in our squat jacks. All right, in 4, 3, 2, get started. Squat it down, jump it in. Keeping our chest up. Give you a side view here, jump it in. Nice and light on our feet. Remember, if you want to just step it out, squat, walk it in, totally fine. Take some pressure off your knees here. You want to make sure we're sinking back into our heels for this squat. We're almost there. We got 10 more seconds left. Keep breathing. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. 20-second rest. Keeping it up the side step here. We want to keep our heart rates up. All right, we have the other side lunge. 10 more seconds of rest here. Another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and get ready. 4, 3, 2, get started. Remember, we're keeping the same right angles as before. Chests are high, and our back knee is just hovering over the ground. Halfway through, you guys are killing it. Keep it up. Really squeeze. If you're losing your balance here, reset, take a breath, and get back into it. These are nice, slow, and controlled. Working on our strength. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick rest, 20 seconds again. You guys are doing amazing. Next thing we got here is going to be Russian twist and penguins on the ground. So nice and slow. Meet me back on your mat. We got 40 seconds of our Russian twist. Leaning back, we're just twisting at the obliques here. Feet on the floor or raised. Go ahead, get started with me. We're just leaning back, nice and slow movements. We're not overdoing it here, not over twisting. Just reaching for the backs of our hips almost. Keep on breathing halfway through. Remember, you can drop those feet and just twist the waist. The lower that you lean back here, the more you're gonna feel it in your lower core and your obliques. So really twist. Don't worry about lifting those feet, just lean back an extra inch and that will give you the same challenge. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, sit it back up. We're staying on the floor for our penguins, so 20-second rest. Make sure we're keeping our chest lifted here, we're not lying flat. Stretch it out if you need to. And we have our penguins. So how those are gonna look, we're gonna keep our heels back toward our glutes, and we're just reaching for the sides of our feet, reaching for our toes. Quick twist, go ahead, meet me down here, get started. Make sure we're breathing, keeping our chin tucked to our chest will take some relief off of our shoulders and our neck here. So if it's hurting more than you're feeling it in your core, then you might need to readjust your form here, really tuck your chin, slow movements, and bringing your heels an inch closer to your glutes will help you with that as well. 10 more seconds. Almost there, you guys are doing amazing. Keep it up. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. 20-second rest again. Awesome job, guys. All right, we're standing it back up for our arms again. You can grab those weights if you have them. We're just bringing it up for a forward raise, and we're gonna pulse it out. Nice and slow, short movements here. In 4, 3, 2, go ahead, get started. Slight bend in our knees. Again, if you don't like the weights, you can drop them and just pulse our hands, and you'll have the same burn. I promise it will still work hard. Grab those weights if you want them. Make sure we're breathing here. Don't hold your breath. Halfway through, more than halfway through. Make sure that we're keeping our chest up. We don't want to hurt our backs here. Last 5 seconds, keep working hard. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those weights, awesome job. All right, for our last thing here, we have our tricep dips. So how these are gonna work, if you have a step anywhere, you can just hold onto the step and do this, but I don't have one and it works perfectly fine here. If you just get in almost like crab walk position, lift yourself up, and you're just gonna bend those arms. Nice and low here, hovering our glutes over the ground. Go ahead, get started with me. If you want some extra challenge here, you can extend your legs out as an almost opposite plank position and bend it down for some extra weight. And for some relief, bend those knees. And just a slight bend in our elbows here will do the trick. We want our hands facing in toward us. And if this doesn't feel good on your wrist, go ahead and find that step, or you can just take your arms up over your head and do a skull crusher. All right, go ahead and drop that. We have a 20-second rest here. And then we're gonna get into our next set, which is gonna be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We have a little longer break. I lied, 40-second break. So go ahead, stand it up nice and slow with me. We're gonna take it back to our side touch, grab some water if you need it. Halfway through that rest, we got 20 more seconds. Whew. Hope you guys are feeling good. We're more than halfway through our workout today. You guys are doing amazing. Keep it up. We're getting back into our squat jacks here. So we got 5 seconds of rest. Knee me back down, hopping it in. Here we go, get started. Keep on breathing. Only 20 seconds of work here. These are quick movements. More than halfway. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, quick rest. All right, next thing, we have that lunge on our other side. So remember, keeping it consistent here, keeping our right angles. Get started. Just stepping it out. Only 20 seconds. Remember, you guys got this. Keeping our right angles here. Strong and hovering over the ground. Almost there. Last one. Nice job. 10-second rest here. Meet me back down on the mat. Taking it back to our Russian twist. Remember, you can keep those feet on the floor or raised. Get started. Remember, leaning back an extra inch is going to give you that extra challenge. Really aiming for our obliques in this core workout. These next 2 exercises are going to work that area a little bit more. All right, 10-second rest here. Quick stretch and meet me down flat on the mat here, bringing our feet to our glutes and getting ready for those penguins. Here we go, get started. 20 seconds. Make sure we're breathing here. More than halfway through, you got it, keep this up. 4, 3, and 1. Go ahead, nice and slowly. Sit it back up, get ready to stand. Bring it back up for our forward pulse here. I'm just grabbing onto one weight for this next one. Bring our arms out in front, get started. Slow pulses here. Taking deep breaths, only 20 seconds. Really work those arms here. Squeeze your triceps, squeeze your biceps. You guys got this. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Drop that weight. Meet me back down for our last tricep dip here. Get in that crab walk position and get started. Nice and quick. Already halfway through. You guys got this. Keep it up. Long break after this movement. You guys deserve it. In 4, 3, 2, go ahead and drop. Nice and slowly stand it back up with me. Grab some water. You guys have a long rest again. And then we're bringing it to our final circuit. Going through it. Same as before. 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And then back to our 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Hope you guys are feeling good. So I'll give you a little preview of our next movements. So for our legs, we're gonna get into some skiers. So how are those gonna work? You're gonna keep your chest up and you're gonna bring it to a curtsy lunge here, not overextending our knee past our foot, but then you're gonna bring it to the other side. This is gonna be nice and quick for our cardio aspect. We're gonna add a little bit of a hop in between. And if you guys don't like that, you can just keep it to a step out. Curtsy lunge here, and if you don't like the curtsy lunge at all, you can just take it back for a backwards lunge, marching it out. All right, and then for our second thing, for our legs, we're bringing it for some strength. We're just gonna take it down for a squat hold here. And if you wanna add some pulses, you can go ahead and do that. All right, guys, last 10 seconds of rest here. Take a deep breath with me. Get ready to get into it. Last circuit. You guys have come this far. Don't give up on me now. Here we go. 4, 3, 2. Start those skiers. Here we go. Back, hopping over. Remember, you can step these out if you don't like it. The quicker you go, the more cardio you'll have here. But form is the most important thing. Keeping our chest up and our knees forward. We don't want our back knee to come past that front foot. More than halfway through, you guys are killing it. Last 10 seconds. Remember, step these out if you need to. 4, 3, 2, and rest. 20 seconds, nice job. Remember, next thing, we're taking it just to that squat hold, keeping our chest up. If at any point, you need to stand it up, shake out your legs, totally fine. All right, 5 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, go ahead. 40 seconds here, this is a long one. Pulse it out if you need to, stand it up, shake it out if you need to. Keeping our chest up, feet are forward, and we're just squatting it down in a seated position here. The lower you can go, the better this will feel. Maybe the worse it will feel, but the better for you. Keeping our chest up, more than halfway through, keep it up. Remember, stand it up, shake it out if you need to, pulse it out if you need to. Sinking back in those heels. Keeping our chest up, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, we're up. Nice job. All right, nice and slowly, take it back down to the mat with me. We're gonna work on some bicycles here. So laying flat, we're just gonna bring our knee to our elbow, nice and quick. And if you guys don't like those, take it to some crunches, keeping our elbows open. All right, go ahead, get started. Bicycles. Keeping the small of our back pushed into the mat. We're just kicking our opposite leg out. Nice and strong. Remember, we're letting our ears breathe here so we're not squeezing our head with our elbows, keeping it pretty open and loose. We're breathing more than halfway through. You got this. Keep it up. Keep breathing. In 4, 3, Go ahead, drop those legs, drop those arms. You guys are doing awesome. We got 20 seconds. We're going into some leg lifts here for our strength. So again, laying back on the mat, pushing the small of our back into the floor. We're just gonna bring our legs up and lower them down nice and slow. If you wanna put your hands underneath your tailbone, that can take some relief off. And feel free to have some bend in your knees here. Go ahead, get started with me. We're breathing on the effort here. And if you want, you can keep a bend in your legs here and just switch it up and do one at a time. Whatever feels best for you. More than halfway through, keep it up. Keep working hard, you're almost there. This is a hard one. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, go ahead, drop those legs. 20 seconds. Nice and slowly, we're gonna stand it back up. Take your time. Give me a good stretch here. We're gonna take it to a high plank. So you can take this on your knees or lifted. We're gonna be in this high plank, mixing in some shoulder taps. Go ahead, get started with me. Feel free to ditch these shoulder taps if you don't like them. Remember, you can take it onto your knees here, keeping those shoulder taps, or you can just hold a high plank. And if you don't like the high plank, feel free to hold a low plank. We just wanna make sure we're keeping our strong plank form here. So we're keeping our shoulders stacked over our hands. Our gaze should be 6 inches in front of our hands, and we're really tucking our glutes underneath us, flat back. You guys know the drill, remember? If you're doing those shoulder taps, we wanna minimize the amount of swaying, so really squeeze that core. 4, 3, 2, and drop, 20-second rest. All right, we got our last thing, and we're gonna go through it one more time, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You guys are doing amazing. Last thing we got here is an opposite plank. So, having our hands facing toward us, we're just gonna bring our hips up toward the ceiling and squeeze. Go ahead, get started with me. Last thing we're doing for 40 seconds today. And if at any point you need a rest, you can just drop those hips down. Keeping your chin tucked here as well. Keeping our shoulders still stacked over our hands. Halfway through, 20 seconds left. Push those hips up toward the ceiling. You guys got this. Squeeze those glutes. 10 more seconds left. If you're shaking, it's a good thing. In 4, 3, 2, go ahead and drop. Nice job. Whew. All right, we got a bit of a longer break here, and then we're moving into our last section. It's that 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So grab some water and get hyped for that last circuit. You guys have come this far, you're doing amazing, so keep up the good work. All right, 20 seconds left of our break. You're gonna stand it up nice and slow with me. We're gonna take it back for our skiers. Remember, if you wanna just step these out, totally fine, but I'm gonna add that hop in for the last 20 seconds, and then we have a solid squat hold. In 4, 3, 2, 20-second skiers. We got this. Remember, keeping our knees straight here. Our back knee's not passing our front foot. Chests are up, heads are high. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Whew. Side step here. Meet me in our squat hold. 20 seconds. You guys can do this, I have faith. Take breaks if you need them. Get into it. Make sure we're breathing, chests are held high. We want to make sure we have a right angle here. Almost there, 5 more seconds. Flew by. 4, 3, 2, and up. Nice job. 10 seconds, meet me back on the ground nice and slow for those bicycles. Remember, take it to a crunch if you don't like the bicycles. We're breathing. Get started. 20 seconds. Really kicking that leg out on your way down. 10 more seconds. In 4, 3, 2, go ahead and drop. Sit it up for a quick second here. Stretch it out. Going back down for our leg lifts. Remember, you can single them out if you need to. Take it up. You can put your hands underneath your tailbone if you need to. And you can single them out here. Whatever you gotta do. Make sure we're squeezing our core, pushing our tailbone into the mat. More than halfway through. You got this. And drop those legs. All right. We got one more set here. We got our arms, those plank shoulder taps in the opposite plank. Flip over with me. Get started. 20 seconds. Bring it up. Tap it out. Trying to minimize the swaying here by squeezing our core, dropping down to our knees if we need to, ditching the shoulder taps if we need to, keeping our gaze in front of us. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and drop. Last thing today, give it your all. We're working with our opposite plank. So hands are facing toward us and we're up. 20 seconds. Push those hips up toward the ceiling. Chin is tucked and we're breathing. Already halfway through, keep it up. Last 5 seconds of hard work today. 4, 3, 2, and drop. Whew, awesome job, guys. You've made it. We're working our way into our cool down now, so grab some water.
Activity completed.
All right. So, first thing, keeping our chest lifted here. We want to make sure we don't just lay flat. Don't ditch me yet. The cool down is so important. So, we're just going to bring our legs into a V here and reach down toward our right side. Making sure we're breathing. We want to bring our heart rates down gradually. We don't want anybody just getting up and walking off. So nice and solid here. Try not to pulse it out. You guys did amazing. You should be so proud of yourself, so motivated. Go ahead, switch legs. I'm definitely sweating. It's always a good sign. Really reaching down toward those toes. We did a lot of heavy stuff with our legs today, so we really want to stretch it out. Another couple seconds here. And when you're ready, go ahead and reach it toward the middle. Try to reach down as far as you can. Try not to pulse again here. All right, nice job. Keep it up. Sit it up with me. We're gonna bring our feet together, reach toward our toes again. Trying not to pulse. You guys did amazing today. Way to work hard. This video will be up on YouTube, so you can feel free to work hard at it. If you don't love the way that you did it today, you can try again tomorrow. All right, go ahead. We're gonna stand it up nice and slowly here. Take your time. Don't want anybody getting lightheaded. First thing, we're gonna bring it back to our calf stretch. So just reaching down, letting our toes point up toward the ceiling. Slight bend in that back leg. We're not pushing down on our knees, but you can have your hand resting on your thigh. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Working with the same side, we're gonna bring it up for a quad stretch. So again, grabbing our laces, touching our knees. Ooh, told you I'd lose my balance. Touching our knees together at the bottom and just having our opposite hand on our belly button. You guys did awesome. Go ahead, drop that foot. We're gonna bring it forward for a lunge here. Lunging nice and deep. We're gonna bring one arm across our chest, not pulling on our joints above or below our elbow. Still breathing. All right, go ahead. We're gonna sink a little bit deeper, pushing this hip flexor forward, leaning back a little bit and bringing it up with the same arm for a tricep stretch. Feeling this in your back, reaching your hand down toward in between your shoulder blades here, still not pulling on our joints. Couple more seconds. All right, awesome job. Last thing on this side, we're keeping the same leg and we're gonna bring it up for another hamstring stretch. Try to find your balance here. I had it more before. You can grab onto the wall for some support, or you can just fall over like me. And then we're gonna hit all of these on the other side, and you guys are gonna be good to go. Go ahead, drop that leg. Switching to the other side, bring it to our calf stretch again, reaching for our toes, not pushing down on our knee, but just resting our hand on our thigh here. Slight bend in our back leg. Should be able to reach down toward our toes a little bit further than we were on the ground. All right, go ahead, bring this same leg up for a quad stretch, grabbing our laces, trying to keep our balance the best we can, touching our knees together at the bottom, chests are up. All right, go ahead, drop that leg. We're gonna bring the opposite leg forward for that lunge, and our opposite arm is coming across our chest here. Nice and low in this lunge. Did a lot of these today. Couple more minutes of our cool down here, and then you guys are good to go. All right, when you're ready, push that back hip flexor forward again. Other arm is up for our tricep stretch, leaning back. Not pulling on our joints, and again, just reaching in between our shoulder blades here. Couple more seconds. And go ahead, stand it up nice and slow. We got that last hamstring stretch here. Try to keep your balance, pulling up on our shins. Couple more seconds, grab onto the wall if you need to, lean against something. All right, go ahead, drop that leg. We're gonna round out our arms in front of us like we're holding a beach ball here, stretching it out. Deep breaths. Our heart rate should feel slowed. Interlace your fingers behind you. Bring it to a chest stretch here if you wanna add a neck roll. Switch directions. Last thing, we're gonna bring our feet back together, fold yourself in half. One last time, reach down for those toes. Try to reach as far as you can, further than you did before. Take a deep breath with me here, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Reach up toward the sky. One last deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and clap it down. Awesome job today, guys. You did amazing. This is a 45-minute HIIT class. My name is Julia. It's November 15th, and you guys did so amazing. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. You've done an amazing thing for your minds and your bodies. So congratulations. Awesome job.